In this video I'm demoing the last functionality that I implemented in this semester, and it is running executables using donuts in memory. So what that means is we can take any kind of executable, compile it, any kind of tooling that some other programmer wrote for us to use, and then convert it into a format that we can just download off the internet and run in memory without downloading anything to disk, which allows us to evade antivirus and all sorts of things. So in this case, we will use this demo program that Donuts developers provide for us. It's a simple program. It just takes two paths. Those are executable names. In our case, it just prints their names and then it just runs them. Well, if you go to how we compiled it, we just run the build command here, .NET build, and we'll build the application the creators of Donut provide for us using the solution file. And what that solution file does is just creates a DLL. So we can then use that DLL. We can just use that DLL and run the run process function that is implemented here to run notepad.exe and calc.exe. And what this parameter does is it disables AMSI bypass, which is a way of evading antivirus. But in this case, antivirus detects that it's getting evaded, bypassed, so it flags on this. So we just don't bypass AMSI. This is the output, and so it wrote the file to AMSI. Wrote the shellcode into the file called amsi.bin, and I moved that to the server. So if you go here, you can see it's amsi.bin is here. And in this stage, this whole thing is manual. So you actually have to run .NET yourself. But what I want to do is just go ahead and do ExecuteAssembly. And the name of the assembly, maybe seatbelt.exe, I don't know, maybe some path name. Seatbelt is the name of the executable that I want to run, and then some like parameters like notepad.exe and calc.exe. So we don't have to run all of this manually. This is boring. So when we run ExecuteAssembly, it does this. So we already have a running agent here in debug mode, and when we ran ExecuteAssembly, it just did what it just loaded that asm.bin file off our web server, loaded into memory, and then ran that memory using create thread, Win32 API, create remote thread. So in theory, this can be used to run all sorts of red team tooling, all sorts of like third-party products to improve your workflow. And this is a method that every modern C2 framework that I know of uses, and it's a essential part basically of a C2 framework, and its implementation is pretty basic. It's just a create process and then allocate some memory in that process and write our shellcode into that process that's Donut created for us, and we're creating a remote thread in that, starting in the starting point of that shellcode. So yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thank you.